energetic here today. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly. The Vols will kick off first, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Edwards. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Looks as if we have an injured player for the Aggies on the field. That's the sophomore running back they're taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. Looking for room. It's Owens. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Reed to throw. Stepping to the right. Looking left. Soft spot in the middle. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Looking for a deep man. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Vols will hustle to the line.
You know it's always a good idea? Getting it to your best playmaker. That's a good idea. Whether it's shallow, whether it's deep, this guy can make things happen. He's lightning in a bottle when he catches the football.
Slippery slide, find his way, and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers!
And I'm kind of surprised. That's his first rush of the football game, and they give him the football, and you see why this dude is a baller. Like, give him the ball, he can make people miss, and he can hit home runs, put points on the scoreboard really quickly. Jesse, one touch, one touchdown.
Yeah, and I think the offensive coordinator now is kind of hoping he probably scripted this game a little bit differently. He should have done it on the first drive. They didn't give him any touches, but he's now earned a lot more carries. You're going to see this guy get force-fed now the rest of the game after that run.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Edwards. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
The quarterback's lucky on that play because when you miss slant throws behind, if the defense is in zone coverage, there might be a defender standing right there willing to take that ball and return it for a touchdown.
Reed. Snagged in the middle. It's Williams. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on third down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Again, it's Reed. Nice move to keep running. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
Throwing Reed. Under fire. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Makes the catch. It's Owens. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
And I think they found a matchup they like, man. This running back has been a problem out of the backfield. Like, we know he can run it, but the matchups now, who's going to cover him? Is it a linebacker? Is it a safety? Right now, this offense, they found something with him catching the football out of the backfield, and they just keep going back to it.
Running inside. It's Owens. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to the R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
The Aggies back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Reed. Here's a heap. And it's a sack. Looks as if we have an injured player for the Aggies on the field. Looks as if it's their senior quarterback who's down on the play, and that is a guy they can ill afford to lose. We'll have Holly check on his condition shortly. This drive facing a little adversity now. A 10-yard loss leaves him with 2nd and 20. To the air, it's Hart. Snagged out of the air. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
A&M comes back out with another first down. He goes right back to the air. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Texas A&M. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Coming out with it, it's Dodson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. The run inside. It's Hawkins. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And they got it.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He wants to go deep. Makes the grab down the left side. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
Really nice poise by the quarterback on that throw. He's obviously backed up deep in his own end. He knows he can't take a sack, but all of his focus is downfield on coverage. He finds the matchup he wanted, and it's an explosive play for the offense through the air.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hawkins. Got enough for the 1st. Could be an alley. He's forced out of bounds at the 31, but that is why you keep it on the ground.
Well, we're only in the 1st quarter, and already this guy has 2 explosive runs. He told us coming into this one he thought he could have a big day statistically against this defense. It was something he saw on film that made him believe he was going to have a lot of success. And he's already doing it now. He is breaking off big ones. He's showing you the vision. He's showing you the speed. Defense has no idea how to stop him.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Moving out to the right. On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown ball! A great catch and run for 6. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And they tacked on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Nunez. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Here's Reed to throw. Going long. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Caught in the backfield. It's Hawkins. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Reed. Pocket breaking down. He's got him. At the 40, there he goes. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And after the pick, everybody going the other way, and he crossed midfield and got it to the 47.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Hit as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field. Snags it, and there's running room. Smashes through the tackle. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Well, on a lot of third downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that third down, really nice route, gets the separation, able to make the catch. They pick up the first, and they keep this drive alive.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with
maybe some room here. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Volunteers in the hurry-up. They'll run it. It's Bishop. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Spits it out to the back. Makes the grab. And he will score! Touchdown, Tennessee! Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Fielded in the end zone, it's Nunez. He was bold to bring that thing out of the end zone, but he'll go out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Throwing Reed. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it along the sideline. Took it all the way inside their territory, down to the 40-yard line, and that's where they'll set up shop.
And this 4 vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass play.
One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. With the catch, it's Owens. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Reed fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
To the air, it's Reed. Throws to the back. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Moves away as he feels pressure. Plucks it out of the air. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Reed to the air again. Looking for the score. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
Well, you never even dream about this kind of start if you're a quarterback. That now his 4th interception in the 1st half, and he's just not been able to shake this. Bad decision-making. Fundamentally, he's just been off. This offense has never been able to find a rhythm, and I know this is a very talented player, but if you're the head coach at this point, you've got to consider benching this guy.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asked to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the 1st option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
The Volunteers decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Here's Reed to throw. Looking deep down the right side. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
And I feel like that was predetermined. They told him in the huddle, man, chuck that thing down the field. Like, haven't run the ball well, haven't thrown it well. They haven't really gotten started off on the right foot in this football game. Looks like they're still searching for answers, for something that they can get some momentum going.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Hart. Lets it fly. On target over the middle. He's down at the 25-yard line. Waning moments of the first half. It is a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And the Aggies, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We start with the Texas State Bobcats taking on the number 14 team, the Colorado State Rams. And it's the Bobcats with a statement victory here and a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere near their preseason goal, of course. So how they handle things from here will define this program. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. They keep it on the ground to open the third. It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Bishop. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Looking for space. It's Hawkins. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure coming. He's taking the shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to escape and get... And it's a fumble on the play. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls in the football.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Calls his own number. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on fourth down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
That's caught. It's Cartwright. Still running at the 40. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Finds the tight end. There's some room. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Volunteers! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And man, this home crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet young.
Really good job there on the pitch and catch. You think about Texas A&M and their ability to recruit receivers in recent years. It's been about as good as anybody, I think. You think about names like Mike Evans, Christian Kirk. They're getting guys not just in the state of Texas, but nationally that want to come to College Station and they want to catch passes in this offense. They knows that gives them a chance to play on Sundays, and this guy, I think, is going to be one of those guys that we're seeing playing in the league.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Complete to the left. Breaks into the open. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Again, it's Reed. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Might be changing the route. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they were ready for the pass, and you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
Opening play of the drive from the 39. Gonna run it. It's Bishop. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Look out, he's got finding some room. All the way. Touchdown, Vols. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. He'll bring it out. It's Nunez. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Hart. Rushes on him. Trying to buy time.
I love fighting for extra yards, and I'm going to encourage every single one of my running backs, receivers, and tight ends to do it. Just not my quarterback. I really got to understand, listen, play's over, get down on the ground, don't take too many of those big shots.
Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Just feeds the running back. Maybe got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And if you're the head coach, you are absolutely loving this. You're up big on the scoreboard because your defense keeps getting takeaways, and on offense, in sudden change situations, you're turning it into touchdowns. That right there, phenomenal job. Great decision by the quarterback. He finds his open man. They connect. Everything going their way, David.
And I love when they stay aggressive after a turnover. That is the #1 thing we're always yelling in the huddle as a defense. Sudden change, sudden change. They want to capitalize on the momentum, and they did. They stayed aggressive, continuing to add to this lead, doing what they want when they want.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Owens. Makes it past the marker. There he goes to the right. He's on the 40. At the 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Aggie. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And he made the extra point without problem.
Tennessee, 42.
He'll bring it out. It's Dodson. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. The give. Finds a little space. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the fourth quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
Caught behind the line. It's Hawkins. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play.
Return is brought down at the 31. And your Texas A&M Aggies will take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
The Aggies have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Using his legs, it's Owens. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is the senior linebacker who's been shaken up. Holly Rowe will give us an update on his condition. Now a first down from the 45-yard line.
Booster.
Looking for a man. It's Hart. He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted to stop the threat. Got room on the return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Back to the ground with the running back. Gain of 8. It's now 3rd and 2.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built a lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Vols will snap it on 1st and 10. Running the red zone, it's Bishop. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
Check. 95-96 bridge. 95-96 bridge.
The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll go right back to the run. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
This is an offense that really relies on its running game on that 2nd down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
And the Vols trying to cash it in on 1st and goal.
Hey, take it. Mustang. Chip. Ready, go.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Into the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. So that drive covered just 44 yards, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss.
16.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Nunez, and the returner is stopped. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking for a man. It's Hart. That's caught. It's Craver. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the right. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go.
He wants to go deep. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Picked off. What a play to set him up.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
One more play to pad the stats. Looking downfield, it's Hart. Right down the middle. It's caught downfield. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one.